USC so far this season.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. You know, we saw on the court right now, it's a really good mix of underclassmen and upperclassmen, but honestly, the freshmen have been kind of running the show this season for both of these two teams.
Ball up to the ceiling. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Ralishitite wins a tip for USC. Samuel is pointing things out with the left hand. Samuels drives to the nail, kicks out to Smith. Euro step, right-handed lay, and one.
And this is why Smith really has been that tone setter for USC. She's so good at getting started early and really making an impact fast. We'll take a look at that replay there. Smith driving up to the basket, able to get the 1-2 over Cal Poly's head and makes it into the basket.
Butcher's first, team's first. As Smith misses the N1 opportunity. So it'll be Cal Poly's first opportunity, right to left. In the hands of Gooseby. Straight away, guarded by Smith. Perez surveys. Hands off Gooseby. Drives right short corner. Guarded by Ralishitite. Has to kick out with 8. Bounce pass inside Perez. Got to go with 5. Underneath the basket. Can't get it. Rebound from Smith. Nothing. Trojans lead.
And that's exactly what we've seen from Kennedy Smith, just getting aggressive early and really using her length and her height to get in there and get the ball back.
Ralishitite with the pump fake drives in and draws the foul. 2-0, only a minute in to this matchup between USC and Cal Poly.
And how about Ralishitite really putting her name on the board early in this game? She's someone who had a bit of a slower start this season for the Trojans, but really has been making her mark as of late.
Makes her first 58% free throw shooter on the year, but man, has she been shooting the ball real well as of late. 73% in the past 6 games and knocked home the second as well.
She also had a career high 8 points in USC's big opener against Washington, as well as 8 rebounds, shooting 100% from the field.
Here comes the patented press from USC. Cal Poly gets it across. Robinson, right corner, drives in. It's Butcher, left wing 3, Butter!
And Butcher's just so strong at getting those points in there, and you know, I think Butter's the perfect way to describe it, Andrew. She just makes it in there.
On the other end, Jazzy misses a long-range 3. Rebound, though, by Samuels in USC. And tosses in a right-handed floater.
I mean, that almost looked too easy for Samuels, getting it right on in there.
Gooseby slows things down for the Mustangs team. Hasn't been shooting as much as she'd like, and hasn't been as efficient necessarily. Past a little bit, 5 for 27 in the second half so far of this season. Underneath, Perez, right-hand lay, won't go. Ball up in the air, and Samuels will clean things up. Her second rebound of the game. Davidson, the other direction, embraces contact and gets it to fall.
USC, once again, really using their own speed to their advantage against one of the faster teams in the country.
Trojans up by 5. Gooseby kicks out, left wing, Robinson, too strong. Ralishitite pulls down the rebound with a swing and hands it off to Kara Dunn. Jazzy Davidson, left wing, gets a screen from Ralishitite. Thinks about a 3, instead drives in. Ralishitite controls the offense with 10 on the shot clock. Smith, right wing 3, off right. And the ball will roll out as Jordan Billing watches it cross the baseline, and it'll be Cal Poly's ball.
And we've really seen both of these teams use their own speeds to their advantage, both of them trying to really trek it down the court. It's been some very, very fast basketball early on.
Certainly has, that's for sure. As USC going to make Cal Poly work for it quite a bit. A full court press, which they've shown off all of this year, all of last year. And it's really Beth Burns, the associate head coach, which talks about Kennedy Smith playing that dog role that is positionless, they say. Gooseby straight away. Finds Billing. Back to Gooseby. Got to go with 9. Drives right, cuts back to the nail. Stops, pops, and leaves it short. A rebound for Dunn and USC.
USC has really been able to capitalize off of the lack of shot production from Cal Poly.
All right, corner three from Davidson falls. He's up to 5. USC lead up to 8. Perez left wing. Gets it to Robinson, guarded closely by Samuels. Drives in, has to kick out. Right corner, 3 on its way. Won't go as Billing was falling into the corner. And a rebound yet again, Relish Thite in USC. Her second rebound of the game. Now Poly struggling shooting. Hasn't made a basket in the past 2:30. Relish Thite in the paint. Left-handed skyhook falls.
Relish Thite really bringing in that international experience. She was the Lithuanian Women's Basketball League MVP just in 2024, averaging over 15 points. And I think that she's really been able to make her mark here early in this game.
Butcher yet again from 3. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. She's got all 6 of Cal Poly's points so far.
And based on really how she was shooting pregame in the practices, that's kind of to be expected. She just makes shot after shot.
Both of us were watching and we were like, well, does she ever miss? That's the real question. Davidson straight away, double teamed. Zone look from Cal Poly. Relish Thite at the nail, too strong. Rebound yanked down by Billing. Butcher left wing, heat check, 3 on its way, just short. Tussle at the nail. It was Gooseby down there as well as Malia Samuels. One of those players who doesn't necessarily show up on the score sheet, but gosh, she's all over the floor. Has started in every game that she's played so far. 10 out of 10 and just a defensive mastermind.
Samuels really is that player for USC, and her defense has been so critical in some of their bigger wins this season.
Coach Gottlieb calls her the warrior in the heart of this team, and you can always see why. Garcia rounds the arc into the paint. Bounce pass, Knapp, left block, shimmy shakes, right-handed floater, too strong. Fighting for a rebound underneath was Garcia, and was fouled by Kenny Smith, her first. Team's first as well. And a timeout on the floor. Seasons in a row and leads the history 4-0 as the Mustangs get ready to inbound next to their own basket. Will be Garcia to inbound just right. Flips it in and an immediate foul as Knapp falls to the floor.
Believe that was Vivian Iwuchukwu on the Trojan side of the foul. Just came in for the women of Troy.
Team's second foul. Iwuchukwu's first. As the second try to inbound from Garcia swatted directly down by Kennedy Smith. How about the third time? We'll find out in a moment. But you talk about Iwuchukwu. She's the only returning forward that played last year for this USC team. Knapp left short corner. Butcher has all 6 of Cal Poly's points so far. Yo-yo's up and down. Knapp inside, rips through, kicks, left corner, Billings 3, won't go. Iwuchukwu jumping up in the air is fouled as she tries to get the rebound.
Looks like she might have almost been hit in the face coming down off of that one, but as one of the only returners, she's been making her mark on this 2025 season as well. Almost 5 points per game, but really has been working on that field goal percentage over 600.
Fouled by Katie Piper, her first. Davidson, how about a right wing 3? It won't go. Fighting for a rebound underneath. Cal Poly flips it ahead. Piper in transition. Slows things down now. Yanks a long range 2. Iwuchukwu head high rebound for USC. Left wing 3, Smith. And a rebound, Butcher. Her first rebound of the day. Bounce pass inside for Knapp. Working on Iwuchukwu underneath, left hand off the top of the window. No. Bounces off a few hands, heads toward Knapp, who slides away with it. It'll stay Mustangs basketball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, a few hands there was right, Andrew. We saw it go straight towards Iwuchukwu and then towards Knapp, and seems Knapp didn't exactly get a hand on it.
All these teams struggling to score. Cal Poly, one of their last 10. On the other side, USC, they don't have the basketball right now, but a scoring drought of 2 minutes and 10 seconds There's another ball thrown underneath and tapped away by USC.
I think we've seen both teams really come out with that aggression and trying to get those points on the board, but really just going back and forth between stoppages.
Garcia, bounce pass inside. Robinson gets the bounce. Gabby Robinson only had 4 points against UCLA, gets 2 early in this one. 5-point ball game. Smith, right corner. Big Ten all-freshman team last year. Dunn flings out Davidson. One more Smith. A 3-ball in the air. Right, and a rebound from Knapp. Garcia slows things down. Stolen away by Davidson. Loose ball. Davidson as well as Garcia fall to the floor. USC basketball.
And how about Jazzy Davidson, Andrew? I mean, she really has been one of the biggest stars on this young USC team. She is a true freshman, and she's right now her team leader in points per game, field goals made, and you see how aggressive she gets in just going after the ball, and she really leads in almost every statistical category for the Trojans.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to read who leads the statistical categories, you really would just be reading Jazzy's name over and over. Londynn Jones, left wing 3. Oh, yeah. Got to be careful with Londynn Jones with the open 3. She'll hit him down every time.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. She's a transfer from UCLA and appeared in every game for 3 straight seasons when she was with the Bruins.
Garcia working on Mendez. Mendez getting early minutes away, stolen away. Once again, Londynn Jones. Here she comes, embraces contact, and one!
Jones has been so strong at getting those extra points, and what a fantastic person to be at that free throw line. Let's take another look at it there. Jones just really running it fast in transition, gets all the way up to the basket, jumping high, gets that basket in, and what a player to do it.
Fantastic. And one. Trojans lead up to 10. And Jones makes it 11. Butcher checks in, takes out Piper for the Mustangs.
Back at UCLA, Jones was able to surpass 200 career three-pointers, one of the 4th Bruin in program history to achieve that mark.
And McKenna, she did it in 3 years. You got to remember, she could have had a 4th year to do it, and she only had 3, and she was able to get 206.
And in this 4th year now as a Trojan, she's been making her mark here as well. Right now, over 800 from the free throw line. And, you know, she's also been making those field goals 400 flat right now.
Only missed 3 so far this year on 27 attempts. Another press from USC. Perez, overhand chuck, gets it across, but a double team trapped in the corner. Robinson slams it off the knee of Iwuchukwu, but Robinson was out first. USC basketball.
We saw Iwuchukwu and Samuels just getting really aggressive there, really showing off their really defensive prowess as Denia Mendez checks in for the Trojans.
A 2-big strategy from USC. One of the first times we've seen that all year. Davidson, right wing. Hits Londynn Jones. Jazzy working on Robinson. Now gets it to Jones. Purple Kobe's and all this USC team and signifying. Iwuchukwu, wild left-hand lay with nothing on the clock. And a loose ball is called a foul. So USC will be in the bonus.
Yeah, Iwuchukwu trying to get her own rebound. We saw the Trojans really slow down the pace of play and kind of take their time with it. Not able to get the basket there, but did draw the foul.
Iwuchukwu, her first, leaves it short, bounces off the rim, and falls to the right. Lead at 11 for USC with 2 to play in the opening frame. The second one, nothing but net.
Last season, Iwuchukwu appeared in 19 games as a true freshman here at USC. She only averaged about 2.4 points per game and really has been kind of changing the script here this season.
Crispy gets a screen or instead a switch for Perez. Robinson, rounding the arc. Looks out to Bears. Checks in for the first time today. She's in the post, gets it now. shreds through. 9 on the play clock. Got to do something. Samuels steals it away for USC. Working other direction. Feeds Londynn Jones.
And how about Samuels on that defensive side? We've really just seen her go after the ball like it is a prize to be won, Andrew.
Jones up to 8 points real quick in only 4 minutes. Perez hands off. Gooseby gets the mismatch. Butcher throws underneath the basket. Great pass. Perez flyby. Misses though and taps off her hands. Last OD Trojans basketball.
You saw Perez be able to kind of juke out Samuels, but not able to get the points up in there.
Cal Poly, they've struggled to find any baskets. 0 points in the last 2.5 minutes. Very different script to compared to what happened for USC against UConn, where the Trojans in the latter 5 minutes couldn't score. Dunn, rainbow three!
And Dunn has been such an incredible player for the Trojans. That just brought it up to a 12-0 scoring run.
That ball came all the way down from the rafters. Dunn leading this team in three-point percentage, knocks home another. Knapp working on Relish Thite. With Butcher at 10, all the way out at the logo. 10's the top of her head. With 6, got to go with 5. Straight away with 3. Bounce pass inside Knapp, got to get up. Forced off the backboard, the bank's open.
And how about that timing for Knapp? Getting the ball with such little time left on that shot clock and still being able to handle the pressure and get it in with poise.
Shot clock, dark, 10 on the game clock in the first quarter. Dunn with 5. Londynn Jones with 3. Got to get something up with 2. At the buzzer. No. But USC still a 15-point lead. 25-10 over Cal Poly. End of first quarter.
On adapting to the physicality of each team is something she's worked on in practice and continues to focus on. So let me get back to you.
Thanks, Alana. As you look at USC, they're bringing back less than 15% of its total rebounding. Losing 2 players to the W and 1 player in Juju Watkins, who obviously out for the season. Relish Thite straight away for USC to start things in the second quarter. Jones drives in, has it stripped away. Mendez picks up loose change in the paint, and now it's stolen away by Butcher. Moved ahead, Gooseby crosses into the paint, flicks out Butcher. Gooseby slows things down for the Mustangs as Perez with the screen. Pass underneath, tapped away by Smith. McKenna, there's the great defense we've been talking about. Dunn in transition, throws it underneath. Relish Thite triple teamed and is fouled, or instead takes a little bit too far of a walk. It'll be Mustangs basketball. The third turnover for USC.
Relish Thite just kind of shrugging it off there, but we talked about Juju Watkins a little bit. Obviously, this team is missing her presence, but even in just 1 quarter, 9 points off the bench so far, Andrew.
Knapp drives through the nail. Goes out Franklin. First time she's on the court so far in the Galen Center today. Flips in and has it swatted down by Kennedy Smith.
I mean, that Smith swat has really been all over this court today. There is no player who's really been able to put up against that hard pound down.
And you talk about Kennedy Smith, you wonder why she wasn't on the All-Big Ten defensive team last year. It was Rhea Marshall and Juju Watkins, the 2 that represented USC. Kennedy Smith totally could have. 1 on the shot clock for Gooseby. Fade away, doesn't matter.
Going to be a travel called there against Cal Poly.
Could have said shot clock or travel, either or. That would have been the right answer. USC will move left to right with Londynn Jones. Perfect from the floor so far today. Drives, kicks out, Dunn. 1 more rainbow 3. Too strong. Butcher another rebound for Cal Poly, her second of the day. Franklin turns it over. Londynn Jones, left to right. Lay off the window, drops through.
And points off turnovers is really something that USC has been able to capitalize on. That's the 11th point they've been able to get off of the Mustang.
Compared to Cal Poly, they don't have a single point off a turnover on USC. Perez inside, left-handed lay off the window. Lead to 15 for USC. 8 to play in the first half. Davidson, 5 points to her name, thinks about a 3. Rips through, drops back. Driving baseline, Dunn, wide open right-hand lay off the window.
Dunn really showing that she's not just all about those rainbow threes. She has the speed and is able to get up to the net.
5 points for her on the day, including one of those threes. Had a 3 against UConn, and then that was kind of all the offense and momentum for USC last game. Perez flips out left corner. Gooseby gets the mid-range J to fall.
And we've seen a few players for this Cal Poly team get points on the board, trying to really kind of spread the wealth here, looking for any points they can get against this Trojan team.
Gotta take whatever option you can find. Jones, one more time from 3. Oh, thank you, and a rebound from Knapp. Gooseby finds Butcher, who has 6. Make it 9!
That is what I call a perfect swish, Andrew. And really, she hasn't been able to miss enough to really make a big difference there. She is just getting swish after swish from that same position.
With Vanessa McManus and Cherish Thompson, two of the offensive threats, or the offensive threats, I should say, for Cal Poly out in this game, Madison Butcher knew that there's going to be some weight on her shoulders for offense. Smith, her 3 bounces around. Davidson with a jumping rebound. Underneath the basket is fouled.
And Butcher really has stepped up there. I mean, when you have a player like McManus who leads the Big West Conference in points per game at 20.1, you really do need to kind of have anything to pull that out as we take another look at that Jazzy Davidson foul.
I mean, Lana Morgan talked about it quite a bit, and the rebounding of Davidson just jumps up there, snags it off of the glass, and that's what you want. Leading this team in rebounds per game at 6.7, and with 15% of its rebounding returning for USC, that's what you kind of needed.
Very, very true, Andrew. You know, I would say that Jazzy Davidson is playing higher than a freshman, but we saw what Juju Watkins did as a freshman herself here.
Lefties, long range 2 won't go. Forestier, her first time in the game. Swings it around Davidson. Works into the paint, left-handed flater, gets her own rebound, and recycles underneath. Lead up to 14 for USC.
Davidson's basketball IQ just so high in being able to play, as we're seeing here, just trying to get that ball by any means necessary.
Bears has it swatted in front of her face, and Davidson with the steal the other direction. Drives into the plate, embraces contact, recycles one more time, won't go, jumps up, a second offensive rebound as well. Is fouled underneath. Well, ahead to the free throw stripe, but look at Davidson. Can you believe that? 3 offensive rebounds in a row.
I mean, Davidson has just been so aggressive. We'll take a look at it there. Just really going for the basket again and again and really maintaining control of that ball. And we heard here Galen Center really get applause from that effort of Davidson.
I think Davidson's shot wasn't necessarily, or it wasn't while she was shooting, so a baseline play from USC. Forestier misses the 3, and a charge called on USC. It was Williams with her first. And USC's first as well.
Williams already putting up a block early in her time in the game.
Garcia finally gets it across. Dangerous pass, Robinson. Bounce past Garcia, the JUCO transfer. Left hand drives, fakes, underneath, gets it swatted one more time.
I think a big talking point here, Andrew, is the difference in size on the court. I mean, USC has so many players over 6 feet. Really using the length and the wingspan has been huge against some of Cal Poly's shorter players.
Yeah, Cal Poly only 4 players out of their 13 that I have on the roster that are over 6 feet tall. Finally a pass underneath. Knapp off the top of the glass, drops home.
And we've seen Knapp try and make a lot of connections underneath the basket. Finally gets one in.
Lead down to 12. Samuel straight away. Uses a screen. Long range jump shot. Nylon.
I mean, that didn't even come close to the rim. That was just straight on in.
Samuel's got 4. Player who doesn't necessarily shoot the basketball all that often, but that's not necessarily her role. Knapp, jumper from the right block, and she's fouled underneath. That's the first foul on Malia. Longest tenured active player. Juju Watkins is technically the at Michigan with Silas Swords, one of the best sophomores in the entire country. So just a whole gauntlet for USC moving forward.
Definitely an uphill battle, but some of their tough games behind them.
Avery Knapp takes her first and makes her first. Had 15 minutes against UCLA. 1 for 2 from the line there, but perfect on this trip. Now Poly with the press of their own. It's what USC struggled against UConn. They went on a 5-minute scoreless drought, or scoring drought, I should say. So they'll easily get past this one. Jazzy directing traffic. A play. Straightaway 3. Too short. Rebound pops around. And 3 Trojans running for it off the sideline. But touched last by USC. It'll be Cal Poly's basketball.
Laura Williams almost looked surprised that it wasn't Trojan basketball, but not going their way this time. Butcher will go out for the Mustangs.
Coach Chanel Stiers directing traffic on the sideline for Cal Poly. Telling people to get through and other people to run forward. Billing. Moves it all the way around. Robinson with Forestier in her face. Straightaway Perez has it swatted by Dunn right back into her hand. 10 on the shot clock, gotta go. Gooseby. Crosses a few times. 5 at the nail. Flips out, Billing with 3. Gotta take a shot with 1. Nothing doing with 0. And a shot clock violation. Great defense by USC.
I mean, Davidson was all over that ball. And really, I keep on saying wingspan, Andrew, but these Trojans have such large wingspans. They're really able to take advantage of the blocks they're able to put up.
9th turnover from Cal Poly, and there's not much you could really do about that. There was no shot. Really opportunity. Dunn jumps up and saves it. Chucks it with the right hand across. Londynn Jones. Step back 3. Got it!
It is so dangerous to leave Londynn Jones open in that 3 position, and she was wide open at that point.
Jones up to 13 real quick at the Galen Center. Dunn, another batted ball. Robinson at the nail. Billing with 10. Finally gets it to Perez. Working on Jones. Rip through underneath. And a double dribble called. Turnover number 10 on the Mustangs.
Trojans really using their force to kind of take any points away from Cal Poly. You're seeing their head coach have a talk with the ref on your camera right now.
You're talking about Cal Poly turnovers. The fact that they have 10, not necessarily extremely surprising. We'll say it in a second. Williams underneath the basket, but a foul off the play. They're going to say not count it, as we'll take a look at the replay of exactly what happened.
Davidson to Williams. Williams underneath the basket, and some shocked faces there.
It was Davidson, I think, landing. You can't be in the way of a landing player, and that's kind of exactly what happened just there. So it'll be inbound for USC. Jazzy will run over to toss it in for the Trojans. 3 minutes left, first half. Mendez, team leading by 15. Underneath, Williams works up the baseline, off the glass and in.
Williams able to make that shot this time. She is one of the players who comes out so strong off the bench for the Trojans.
First points for her today. Now Poly looking to get back into it. Perez underneath the basket. Shimmy, shakes, right-hander, gets the bounce.
And when Perez is able to get some good looks, she's able to make those baskets, but USC's just been so strong on the defensive end.
Londynn Jones, one more three off the heel. Long rebound from Dunn. Pass underneath and a great one. Williams with the right hand, she's got 4.
Once again, Williams from underneath, really finding her spot under the basket like that.
How about the assist, though, from Kara Dunn? She's got 3 assists in her pocket.
And Dunn's just able to really get to that full length of the court so quickly. We saw her really spring across the paint to get that rebound.
Mustangs down by 17. 5 on the shot clock. Gooseby, short corner, flips out. Billing with nothing on the clock. Chucks up a prayer and an air ball. Shot clock violation once again on Cal Poly and another turnover.
And really that just speaks to the efficiency of this defense for the Trojans that we've been talking about all night, but also almost a lack of really discipline from this Mustang team.
Something they've struggled with quite a bit this entire year. You're talking about the discipline, the turnovers. They turn the ball over on nearly 30% of their possessions, averaging just about 23 turnovers per game. That's 349th in the country. Butcher with the steal, though, there for Cal Poly.
And Butcher's been a name we've been saying all night for Cal Poly. She is everywhere, from sinking those threes to being aggressive on their own defensive end.
Perez. Great pass from Gooseby underneath to Perez, and she draws the foul, and will head to the free throw strike. Well, you're right, Butcher has been strong. 3 for 4 from the field. Mind you, all 3 of those from behind the arc as well.
Butcher definitely making her mark on the game for Cal Poly. From the free throw line, they're 2 for 2, both of them coming from Avery Knapp.
Perez from Donostia, San Sebastian, Spain. This is her first attempt. And misses her second off the iron as well. Davidson to pick up the loose change on a long rebound. Her 5th rebound.
That brings the Mustangs down to 50% free throw.
Something that's not necessarily characteristical of them, as they're one of the better free throw shooting teams in the entire nation. Jones, another 3.
And what a 3 it was from Jones. Just absolute sinker into the basket. We saw it kind of ricochet within the rim itself, going back and forth inside the net.
Jones got 16 in the first half, gets a steal. The other direction, right hand lay. 18 in the first half for the UCLA transfer. Shot clock dark for Cal Poly. They got 20 seconds on the game clock in this first half. Gooseby straight away with 15 will slow things down, pointing things out and staring at the shot clock. Starts the offense with 8. Gooseby gets a screen. Straight away. Ditches out. Perez, long range 2 won't go. Rebound underneath. But it doesn't matter. Dunn picks up the rebound. And the Trojans in a great spot. 45-23. USC leads over Cal Poly at halftime. Tough matchup, and then Sabia Sellers as well. Always so good for that UW team. As the Trojans wearing the home white with the cardinal and gold trim jog out onto the floor. Cal Poly in the dark uniforms, the forest green trim. A full court press for USC to start. And it will be Gooseby for the Mustangs. Robertson right wing. Bounce pass inside, stolen away immediately by Samuels and USC. Moves it ahead. Smith. Now Stite clears things out. Smith, left wing 3. Short. Long rebound, Butcher.
Butcher yet again the first one of the Mustangs to the basketball, something that she's really been doing a strong job at.
A second steal for Samuels in a matter of moments. Right hand lay, yeah.
I mean, 2 steals within the first 40 seconds of play of this third quarter, and who else but Malia Samuels?
How about 3? Done. A 3 ball. Yeah!
What a play between those 2 players. I mean, Samuels and Dunn have been able to connect more than once in this game and have shown what a strong connection it is.
USC with their trap, and now they lay off, allow Cal Poly to finally take it across the timeline. At the jump circle where we restarted things 20 minutes ago. Gooseby, overhead pass to Perez in the paint. Tapped last by Perez wearing number 9, and it'll be USC's basketball.
You mentioned earlier the jersey colors of these two teams. Obviously the accents red and green right now. Almost a little holiday spirit going, Andrew.
It certainly is. The holiday is just shortly away. Smith straight away. Gives to Dunn. 8 points to her name, looking to get in double figures. Bounce pass Smith. She's been quiet so far today. You know who hasn't? Jazzy Davidson knocks home another. 9 points for her.
Davidson doing a great job. 4 for 12 from the field goal and only 1 for 4 from those threes, but she's had a few good looks.
You know, she's also had 6 rebounds. Been super strong in that category. As there's a timeout called on the floor. 52-23, USC on a little bit of multiple big strategy, or you can do what USC's doing right now with just Relish Adite as your big, and to be completely honest, she doesn't necessarily embody what a typical forward would. She's great from the mid-range, but also pulls down the boards for USC.
They really have been able to evolve, Andrew, from changing up different formations to having players step up when it's needed big and to really step into unexpected roles as well, and we've seen that a lot on the court tonight.
Perez rounds the arc, drops into the red paint, looks to see what she has with 7. Robinson with 5. Got to do something. Flips out Pfeiffer with 2. Got to pull a long-range 3. Doesn't see the shot clock, and another shot clock violation on Cal Poly. Turnover number 17 on the Mustangs. The number keeps rising.
Turnover 17, that's a 3rd shot clock violation from the Mustangs. Something that they really need to watch out for if they're going to want to try and eat away at this deficit right now.
Going to Troy basketball as they move right to left, or instead left to right on the television. Dunn, left wing 3. Yeah! Another one falls for Kara Dunn. She's up to 11 points.
That marks 3 for 5 for Dunn from that 3-point possession. And she's just someone who's really able to take her time with it and get in those types of arcs.
Butcher guarded closely by Dunn. Braces contact, doesn't have a dribble. Bounce pass with 9. The hands of Knapp, now Gooseby, almost stolen away by Samuels. Got to go with 1. At the buzzer, Knapp leaves it short. Offensive rebound from Robinson. Ball rolls around, loose change collected by Knapp. And right on the sideline, she steps out.
We also saw Samuels once again really showing that aggressive basketball playing, and really we've seen it from her all game, whether it's getting those points off of turnovers or forcing those steals.
Dunn skip pass underneath. Smith flips out Dunn. How about another one? No. Rebound. Davidson diving to the hardwood. And a jump ball. Possession arrow points toward USC. So it'll stay with the Trojans.
And that ball went through Jazzy Davidson's legs, but she wasn't about to let that possession go and went right down after it.
Just such a hard worker. ESPN calls her the most complete player in the class, and you can see why. She's not afraid to do anything. Smith inbounds Davidson. Shakes, right short corner J, no off the heel. Rebound Smith. Samuels, 3-pointer, no. Another offensive rebound, USC, and Relish Adite in the paint. Has it stripped away, and it'll stay USC ball.
Looked like Relish Adite might have gotten an arm to the face there. Definitely hard defense from the Cal Poly Mustangs.
Relish Adite averaging 4 points per game and just about 4 rebounds per game as well. She has exactly that as Davidson underneath the basket drops it through.
Davidson, just such a versatile player, and we've really seen her thrive not only on making those threes, making it inside the paint, but also being so effective on the defensive end.
Lead trampoline to 34 for USC, the most they've had all day. Robinson drives through the nail. Garcia drives on Relish Adite and is fouled. It will be Relish Adite's first and USC's first.
And it's a good point for Cal Poly to try and really minimize the energy that the Trojans have been bringing. Obviously, the Trojans have been really trying to use their speed to their advantage and kind of avoid any Cal Poly points, but good opportunity from Garcia here.
Junior JUCO transfer from Murray State College knocks home her first, and that basket right there, that's her first game in well over 37 minutes. If you're at the 4 in this game, that would be over a full game of basketball's time, 41 minutes where she hadn't scored. But gets her first 2 in quite a bit of time here. 57-25, USC leads by 32. The clock drips, 6 minutes left, third quarter. Davidson underneath, powers through and knocks it off the glass and home. Jazzy's up to 13.
That marks 6 for 15 from the field goal for Davidson as Londynn Jones takes the ball back.
Londynn Jones, how about 20? UCLA transfer ties her season high.
Jones started off this third quarter a little softer and a little less loud than we saw her in that first half, but with a point like that, I mean, what a response.
Garcia drives, has it swatted away. Williams builds the roof and says no thank you. Left corner for Davidson, drives baseline, flips done, triple teamed, doesn't get it to go but draws the foul.
I mean, with a swat like that, that is honestly the biggest not in my house as I have ever seen, Andrew.
It's way up there, I can certainly tell you that. Dikembe Mutombo would certainly be proud. So Dunn will head to the stripe. 71% free throw shooter so far this year. Misses the first.
We'll take another look at that block. I mean, what a slam down, Andrew. That is just getting it out of the way. Laura Williams using that wingspan we've talked about to get that ball out of there.
Dunn, first team All-ACC selection last year. Gets a bounce, touches every part of the orange rim, and drops through. Dunn's up to 12.
Dunn will step out for a moment.
A lot of changes on both sides. Perez is going to decide to take the inbound to pull Butcher out. Gives a high five to her coach, Chanel Stiers, and the inbound for Cal Poly. Franklin coming in for the Mustangs for the first time in a while. Flips it across, has it tapped away by Samuels. Loose ball, Perez throws it ahead. Gooseby doesn't get across in time.
And we've talked about this USC defense all night, Andrew, but honestly, it has just really come full swing. We've seen it in the steals. We've seen a library of classic games, award-winning original programming, and specially curated digital channels that highlight your favorite Big Ten school 24/7. Explore all Big Ten Plus has to offer on the app or at BigTenPlus.com. It's always game on.
62-25, USC leads. Just under 5 left in the third quarter. Londynn Jones drives with the left hand, and how about a season high 22 points for the UCLA transfer?
Not only a season high for Jones, but USC has made the last 4 of 4 field goals and a 7-0 run over the past minute.
Gooseby trying to change that. Bounce pass inside Perez. Working on Smith. Nowhere to go. In a phone booth. Rips through. Franklin. Step back 3 on its way. No. Rebound for Williams. Her second of the game. Smith. A 3-point try. Rebound Gooseby.
Gooseby's been quite the attacker for those rebounds for the Mustangs, one of the strong points.
Samuels moves ahead. Jones, right corner 3 on its way. Another one. When the rain falls, it pours down in the Galen Center. Londynn Jones gets another 4 for 6 from 3, 25 points.
Jones has absolutely been not only the thunderstorm, but the whole rainstorm, Andrew. We've just seen her attack point after point, really making her presence known in the 16 minutes that she's played.
Knapp gets a left-hander off the window to fall. A 40-point lead for the Trojans. Their largest was 42 only moments ago. Davidson has trouble with it. Franklin holds it down, and they call a foul. It'll stay with USC. They give it to Franklin. Her first and the second for the Mustangs.
We're now seeing Yakaya Milton come in for the Trojans. First time this game, and Milton's someone who's been extremely efficient in the limited moments that she does have on the court.
A too big strategy for the Trojans, something they're flashing in this game, maybe something they're looking forward to against teams like UCLA. One of the top 10 teams in the nation sitting at 4. Speaking of UCLA, Jones straight away. Goes Dunn, right short corner, drives in with contact, no. Rebound, Knapp underneath the basket. Gooseby. Garcia circles, wild right-handed layup as she's fouled. Basket will not count. And Arissa Garcia will head back to the line.
And we've seen Garcia really be a depth ball handler. She's really quick with the ball and has been able to handle some of the pressure minutes. We've seen them really stick in there.
The only fault necessarily to her games could be considered the turnovers, which might be because of how fast she plays. Misses the first off the heel. 4 turnovers in this game. In the past 3 games, 18 turnovers. Had 7 against UCLA, was one of 2 players who had 7 turnovers against the Bruins on Tuesday.
And when you're only averaging 1.2 points per game, it's something you really need to work on the offset.
Misses the second as well. So goes 2 for 2 from the line on the first try, but misses both on the second. Lead stays at 40 for USC. Jones works with Mendez. Jones, another 3. Short. Rebound, Milton underneath the basket. Rips and goes up and is fouled.
Milton was a transfer from Auburn this season so far. She's played in 9 games, averaging 3 points per game, but we've seen her be really aggressive on the defensive end, something that a lot of these Trojan players have really been able to show. 3.6 rebounds average this season so far.
Didn't play basketball until the 6th grade. In fact, played volleyball. Misses her first. Said when she initially played basketball, she was terrible at first, but grew 6 inches in 6th grade, and said basketball made her happy. She obviously did what makes her happy and is now here at USC. After the 2 seasons, as you said, at Auburn. Another trap for USC. Cal Poly gets away with it with Perez. Moves it ahead. Robinson finds Garcia underneath the basket. Flicks out Butcher. She's been hot from 3. That one rattles away, though. Jones with the rebound. Her first board of the game. Fancy footwork. Thought about shooting a 3, instead ditches over to Dunn. Jones this time. Left corner. A 3 on its way from Mendez. No. As Mendez, who's a 40% three-point shooter, let one fly on her 11th attempt of the year, but couldn't get it. Mustangs basketball.
Mendez definitely effective where it counts, Andrew.
That's true, and someone who has been given the task to get those rebounds, and how about that? Yakaya Milton from the weak side. How about no?
Milton hyped up after that one. I mean, we've just seen swat after swat from this Trojan. Let's take another look there. Milton just going so far up the ground. What hops there? Literally so many inches off that floor and being able to get that swat.
It's not really an opportunity. There's a lot of noise at the Galen Center here on a Thursday night. We thank you for joining us on Big Plus. USC leads 68-27 over Cal Poly in a non-conference matchup. Mustangs playing their 2nd ranked game in a matter of 48 hours. A tough trip down to SoCal with UCLA and USC scheduled back-to-back. Trojans trying to run a play. Coach Gottlieb frustrated, clapping her hands. Samuels goes to do it herself. Misses off the part of the backboard, and a rebound for Cal Poly and Perez.
I mean, not only is this a tough back-to-back matchup for Cal Poly, but 2-8 is their worst start to a season since the 2021-2022 season. And so definitely hard to have ranked matchups back-to-back.
Knapp with some space, pulls free throw line jumper, leaves it short. Rebound Jones, dances into the paint, right block, layup won't go. Rebound Milton underneath the basket, won't go again. Another offensive rebound close, but is fouled as she's getting it in her fingertips. And it will be USC basketball. Not in the bonus just yet. As both of these teams struggling to score. USC, no baskets in the last 3 minutes. Cal Poly, no baskets in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds. But Milton looks to change it. She'll head back to the stripe.
Milton once again really using that, once again, wingspan that the Trojans really have been taking advantage of, and we've seen her do it again and again.
Milton makes her first. It's an interesting story. Always younger than everyone else in her grade because she skipped first grade. Flexes and fires, misses the next one, but Iwuchukwu comes in and swarms the rebound. A three-big strategy now for USC. Smith chucks up a three, misses it. Jones, a jumping rebound in the corner into the hands of Milton, and is fouled.
What a play that was. We saw three aggressive grabs back-to-back from Iwuchukwu immediately coming in, grabbing it. Jones going with the wild throw-in. We'll see it right here. Jones trying to save the ball, throws it over her head, and then Milton just jumping sky high to try and save it and get the point. But Garcia able to knock it away.
You know what, McKenna? That's hustle. You can't teach that. That's something that either you have or you don't. And it's why Londynn Jones has 25 points in this game, 4 for 7 from 3 as well.
I think we've seen a lot of hustle from this Trojan team so far.
About 9 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Perez drives, throws up a layup, and is fouled. She'll head to the line for the second time today. First time unsuccessful on both attempts.
Perez, one of the few bright spots on this Mustangs team. We see her go up for the basket there. Fouled by Iwuchukwu, not able to get it in.
Makes her first. As I said before, Donostia San Sebastian, Spain, a native of. Played for the U17 Spanish national team, won the U17 3-on-3 Spanish national tournament, and was on that team, I should say. As misses the second. Shot clock is dark. 10 seconds in the third quarter. Londynn Jones yo-yos, drives, has the chance, up and under, hits the floor hard. Rebounds open. Garcia takes a walk, and it'll be a travel called.
Jones looking a bit frustrated with that one, perhaps not wanting to let any points go, especially when you're hitting the ground that hard after trying to get some points for your team.
So 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Trojans have a chance to put one up. Ball goes to Iwuchukwu, batted away. Butcher picks up the loose change. 71-28. It's been all USC. They've scored over 20 points in each quarter so far. On my roster that are above 6 foot or 6 foot even.
USC definitely not making it easy on them, especially with this current lineup and tall player after tall player right now, Andrew.
Mustangs bring out Garcia. She has basketball right now. Perez in there as well. Butcher. Robinson has the basketball, gets a screen from Bears. Those are the 5 for the Mustangs. Butcher straight away. Robinson left corner. Moves it ahead, Perez. Spins to the lane. Guarded closely, Smith. 8 on the shot clock, gotta go. Garcia, turnaround, Jay, no thank you. Jazzy with the block with the left hand. Spins into the lane, passes toward Mendez, out of her hands. Now Davidson, a 3. Leaves it short, rebound onto the floor, rolls out. They say last touch by USC, Cal Poly basketball.
Saw Iwuchukwu a little tangled up underneath the net there. It'll be Cal Poly basketball.
Reds to inbound, 5 points next to her name. Had double-digit points in game one so far, or had double-digit points, I should say, in game one this year. Hasn't repeated since. She had 14 against the Banana Slugs, UC Santa Clara. Davidson gets her first called on her, and the first team foul as well on the Trojans. Garcia holds for the Mustangs. Her first points in over 40 minutes earlier in this game at the free throw stripe. Robinson, pump fake, drives in, pass to nobody, and rolls next to Chanel Stiers, fourth-year head coach of Cal Poly. Another turnover for this Mustangs team. It continues to roll upwards. 23 turnovers next to the Mustangs' name.
And those are the types of mistakes that they really have to continue to build off of and really watch out for, because having that many turnovers in a game like this just is going to continue to make your team bleed out.
Tell you what, you can't have that many turnovers against a 19-ranked team, and you definitely can't do it against UCLA. That's why they've struggled in the past two games. Davidson's three-pointer won't go. She's 1 for 6 from beyond the arc so far today. Perez rips through, throws Beers. Left shoes, left wing. Gives Butcher. Bounce pass to Bears. Nowhere to go. Throws Robinson. Tips out of her hands, and Jazzy the other direction. Off the window. Gets it to fall. Davidson, 15 points.
Davidson just reaching the other end of the court in only a few strides, using the length of her legs to really propel herself down there, and gets the points into the basket.
Perez working on Iwuchukwu. Rounds into the paint, now out of it. Looks out Bears. Over the top, has it swatted away by Milton yet again. Kaya Milton making her name known. Davidson throws out Smith. Flyby underneath for Milton. Gets the roll.
And this is something that Milton has been able to do in multiple games now, where even though she doesn't have as many minutes as some of the other players, she is so efficient and is really precise with the way she handles the ball and the way she runs her defense.
Smith picks up the change in the corner, a smile on her face, finds Mendez, drives in on Bears, uses it to the glass. Trojans continue to roll.
Mendez able to get that 1-2 step in, almost undefended, has that last defender go up last minute, but still able to get that bucket in there.
49 points, the biggest lead they've had today. Bears with Milton on her. Throws out Butcher left wing. Started off super hot with 2 threes to start the game. Since then gone cold, only 3 points since. She rises and draws the foul on Kennedy Smith. It'll be her second and the team's second as well.
Both teams now giving a little bit of a shake-up to players on the court. Londynn Jones will come back in for the Trojans, as well as Ryan Forestier and Gerda Rolishitete.
Forestier's someone you got to watch out for. She can shoot the three ball real well. Doesn't necessarily get a whole lot of minutes necessarily. But if she's open, she's going to make it. Butcher makes her first. As a freshman, had a season-ending injury. Didn't play at all her sophomore year. But came back, averaging 5 points and 2 rebounds a game. With a double-double in her redshirt sophomore year. Forestier, corner three. No. Out Forestier one more time. Thinks about a three. Instead, throws to the corner. Davidson's three. Also no. Another offensive rebound, another try for USC. Straightaway three for Forestier. Also no. Rebound for Pfeiffer and Cal Poly, who after 3 chances for USC finally will go the other direction.
And even despite that, Kennedy Smith still playing with a big old grin on her face.
A tossed up ball toward the nail. Fighting for it was Jazzy as well as Gooseby. And we'll take a quick moment to hear from Alana Morgan.
Here we go.
Last year, Kennedy Smith played against Londynn before she transferred to the Trojans. She describes Londynn as very dynamic and very competitive, saying that competitive spirit is exactly what the team needs to get better every day. And we can see why, as she's been dominating for the Trojans. Sending it back to you.
Trojans take it the other direction. Thank you, Alana Morgan. Londynn Jones, another three. She can't miss. Continues to go 28 points on 5 for 8 from 3.
I spoke to Londynn Jones earlier last month, and she said that when choosing to transfer from UCLA, she felt like she couldn't be herself there and wanted to make sure that she could be herself here at USC, saying that she feels like she can showcase herself and really has been making sure she gets the actual work in. And here at USC, everyone has been super welcoming, and she describes it as really fun, trying to be the best version of herself.
Just under 14 miles separating the two schools, but hatred on every single step of the way between USC and UCLA. A timeout called by Chanel Stiers and the Mustangs. So we'll take a quick break with them. 80-32, USC leads by a long. Talk about the water polo. I know we're going way deep in the well, but UCLA just won the national championship over USC on a buzzer beater. Federico Juco Carcelade put it past Charlie Mills for the win. The Bruins went back-to-back. Back into basketball, though, 80-32. Trojans lead over Cal Poly. 5 minutes to play in this game. Davidson, another steal. Pickpockets Pfeiffer, other direction. Davidson, pump fake. Drops it in.
Really, Davidson just kind of running her own court here, but there have been so many Trojans that have been putting up good points on the board.
10 seconds called as the second one of those in this game. See Jazzy go up strong and drops it in. Yet again, Davidson oh so strong underneath the basket. Just truly an all-around great player. 17 points in this game. Not sure if we'll see her in the remaining 5 minutes, but always a player to watch out for. Speaking of players to watch out for, Londynn Jones. Jab step finds Forestier. Off the mark. Rebound pops around. Butcher gets it into her hands. Her 6th rebound of the game. Outlet all the way ahead. And off the glass and drops through. Knapp gets her 10th point of the game.
And critical points there, Andra. I mean, Cal Poly just had 3 turnovers within a minute 30 of each other. USC able to get 37 points off of those turnovers.
Brooklyn Shamblin gets ready to check in for the Trojans. Free ball on its way from Dunn. No good. Butcher gets rebound number 7. Ahead, Perez underneath the basket. And a right-hand acrobatic lay falls. Track meet. Moving left to right now, Londynn Jones underneath the basket. Forestier, pump fake, drives in. Dunn. As Williams misses on the right short corner, Jay.
Perez now 4 for 11 from the field.
The Trojans just another dominant win from basically minute number 1. A bounce-back game after losing to number 1 UConn. Pfeiffer's 3 from long range, way downtown. A timeout from Coach Gottlieb. As the points continued to rain down, Coach Gottlieb wanted to find 8 Trojan.
And what a season high it is. I mean, this is the game that you want to have it in, because not only have you been creating so much productivity with your shooting and on the offensive side, but also really being aggressive defensively and getting your name across in all sorts of categories.
Milton straight away. Hands off, Shamblin making her first marks of the game. And a travel is called on Diana Mendez. Took one too many steps.
The Trojans currently in a 2-minute scoring drought. They'll want to take advantage of that timeout to kind of turn that around.
Jones with her 28 points. Not just a season high, a career high as well. Butcher straight away. Gets out, Pfeiffer drives in. Has it knocked away. Knapp finds the change, though. Misses underneath the basket. And Milton comes down with the jumping rebound and is fouled.
Milton kind of went down hard on that one. You saw Williams help to lift her up. She'll go to the other side of the court.
82-39. 43-point lead for USC. Steer looks things over. Goes Shamlin left wing. 2-3 zone from Cal Poly. Passes, throws Williams straight away. Back to Shamlin. Got to go with 6. Forestier launches a 3. No good. Rebound underneath, though, for Williams. Recycles for 2.
Williams right back to where she is most at home, underneath that basket, getting those rebounds for the women of Troy.
6 points for her. That's a season high as well. Gooseby bounce pass inside for Knapp. Spins away into the face of Milton. How about another block?
Milton really letting her presence get known here in the fourth quarter.
That's Milton's 4th block of the game. How about that?
Like I said, Andrew, really effective in those short minutes.
Forestier drives in, picks up her dribble, looks around. Shamlin with 7 in the right corner. Got to do something. Drives to the nail. Underneath, left hand, wild lay, no good. Williams, offensive rebound, puts it in.
Once again, Williams really taking advantage of that backboard, being able to get it in from right underneath the basket. Both of those points were off of Shamblin's attempt.
Now Stiers calls a quick timeout, tells things to keep rolling, though, just wanted a substitution. Franklin comes in as well as Bears. Final minute to go in the Galen Center in the fourth quarter. Trojans a dominant showing from the opening seconds. Pfeiffer, straight away 3. No. Rebound, fought for. And a jump ball. Possession favors UNC, so it'll be their basketball. 40 seconds and counting to go before UNC moves to 8-3 on the season. The only non-conference blemishes were against South Carolina as well as Notre Dame and UConn. Those are 3 ranked losses and the only 3 losses for this UNC team. Do have ranked wins against NC State. They were then ranked number 9, unranked now. The ranked win against UW was ranked number 22. We are SC champs, raining down in the Galen Center. Forestier, and the shimmy, can't get it to go. A long rebound, fought for and won by Mendez. 10 on the shot clock. Shamblin and removing screen.
Trojans are 1 point away from tying their season high points. They put up 87 against New Mexico State in their season opener here at Galen Center back early in November.
Final 20 seconds in Los Angeles. Cal Poly knew it was going to be a tough 48 hours when they scheduled UCLA and USC back-to-back, and indeed was. The Trojans bounce back. Franklin, rainbow 3 won't go. Milton the rebound. And that'll be about it. This ball moves across the court. And USC beats Cal Poly. An 86-39 win. The Trojans take it over a Big West opponent in the Cal Poly Mustangs. Londynn Jones.